Good morning, students, and welcome to my next video. In this video, I'll be discussing the answers of Unit 8 of Total English, Class 11, latest edition. So we'll start with the exercise given on page 117, that is 117, because there is no space in the book to solve these, to write the answers. So I have typed the answers for you people. You can check them. First, I will read the question and then I'll tell you the answer. The questions are not here. The sentences which you can see on your screen, they are just the answers. For the questions, you can refer to your book, page 117. So we'll start with assignment 1. The first one, if he's careless, rewrite the following sentences using unless instead of if. So in your book, the sentences which are given in your book, if is used. So instead of if, you have to use unless for this assignment. So the first one, the answer will be, unless he is careless, he will succeed. Unless he is careless, comma, he will succeed. The second one, the question is, I will arrive tomorrow if nothing goes wrong. So again, you have to use unless instead of if. So the answer will be, I will arrive tomorrow, comma, unless something goes wrong. I will arrive tomorrow unless something goes wrong. Third one, unless you drive fast, you will not be fined. This is the answer to the third one. The question was, if you drive fast, you will be fined. The answer is, unless you drive fast, you will not be fined. There'll be a comma after fast. In this one, please drop the comma. It cannot be removed, but please you drop the comma. This comma should not be here. Right? The sentence will be okay without the comma in the second one. So for the third one, unless you drive fast, comma, you will be fined. The next one, that is the fourth one. The question was, he will never come if you do not invite him. The answer is, he will never come unless we invite him. He will never come unless we invite him. There'll be a comma after come. Fifth one. The question is, if you do not pay, comma, I will not work. The answer is, unless you pay, comma, I will not work. Full stop. Unless you pay, comma, I will not work. Sixth one. The question is, if you wear a suit, comma, you will feel hot now. Answer is, unless you wear a suit, you will not feel hot now. Unless you wear a suit, comma, you will not feel hot now. The seventh one. If you don't want this, comma, I will take it. The answer is, unless you want this, comma, I will take it. Unless you want this, comma, I will take it. Eighth one. The question is, you must buy a ticket if you want to board the train. The answer is, unless you buy a ticket, comma, you cannot board the train. Unless you buy a ticket, comma, you cannot board the train. The second assignment on the same page, that is page 117. The answers are, sentence 1. The question is, do not disturb me. In these sentences, you have to rewrite them beginning with if. So unless is given and then you have to change unless to if. So the first one, the question is, do not disturb me, comma, unless there is something important to tell me. So how will you write it? The answer is, if there is nothing important to tell me, comma, do not disturb me. full stop. If there is nothing important to tell me, comma, do not disturb me. The second one, question is, you must have my consent before you sign this contract. The answer is, if you do not have my consent, you cannot sign this contract. If you do not have my consent, comma, you cannot sign this contract. Third one, the question is, unless something goes wrong, comma, I will reach Mumbai tomorrow. The answer is, if nothing goes wrong, comma, I will reach Mumbai tomorrow. If nothing goes wrong, I will reach, if nothing goes wrong, comma, I will reach Mumbai tomorrow. The fourth one, the fourth question is, he should be operated at once, comma, otherwise the infection will spread. You have to start with if. So it will be, if he is not operated at once, comma, the infection will spread. If he is not operated at once, the infection will spread. Fifth one, the sentence given in your books was, it is raining heavily, so no planes will take off. If it rains heavily, no planes will take off. If it rains heavily, comma, no planes will take off. Sixth one, the sentence is, you wear cotton clothes, comma, and that is why you will always feel cold. The answer is, if you wear cotton clothes, comma, you will always feel cold. Full stop. If you wear cotton clothes, comma, you will always feel cold. Seventh one, if they, sorry, the question was, if, they must pay the fees or else they cannot take the examination. The answer is, if they don't pay the fees, comma, they cannot take the examination. The last one, you must return his money, comma, or else you will be punished. The answer is, if you don't return the money, comma, you will be punished. If you don't return the money, comma, you will be punished. Moving on to the third assignment on the same page, that is 117. Join each pair of sentences into a single sentence without using as well as but. Okay. So they have given an example, and after that, the first sentence. So the sentence given in your books is, he refuses to repay the loan, full stop. Then he will go to prison. How will you write it? You can join these two sentences by using if. If he refuses to repay the loan, comma, he will go to prison. If he refuses to repay the loan, comma, he will go to prison. See, most of these sentences, I would like to tell you that most of these sentences can be joined by using both if and unless, right? Few I have done using if and few using unless, right? Like this one, if he refuses to repay the loan, comma, he will go to prison. I have written it using if. You can use unless also for this sentence. Unless he refuses to repay the loan, comma, he will not go to prison. This will also be correct. Second one, get your admit card, full stop. Otherwise, you cannot enter the hall. So I have joined this one using unless. Unless you get your admit card, comma, you cannot enter the hall, full stop. You can use if also for this sentence. If you do not get your admit card, comma, you cannot enter the hall. This will also be equally correct. Moving ahead to the third one. The sentence in your books is, I must apologize, full stop. Otherwise, she will not speak to me. So how will you write this? Unless I apologize, comma, she will not speak to me, full stop. Unless I apologize, comma, she will not speak to me. You can do this using if also. If I do not apologize, comma, she will not speak to me, right? So you can use, in this way, you can use both unless and if. It's your choice, right? Moving ahead to the fourth sentence in your books, it is necessary to submit the form now, full stop. Otherwise, the college will not accept it later. This was the sentence given in your books. Unless you submit the form now, comma, the college will not accept it. You can write it using if also. If you do not submit the form now, comma, the college will not accept it. The next one, they will not come, full stop. We must invite them first. This was the sentence in the book. Now, they will not come unless we invite them first, right? So I have used unless. You can use if also. How will we write using if? They will not come if we do not invite them first. So with if, you will have to write do not invite them first. The next one, that is the sixth one. The sentence given in your books was, it is necessary to work hard, full stop. You won't succeed otherwise. So I have done it using unless. Unless you work hard, comma, you won't succeed. Full stop. You can write it using if also. If you do not work hard, comma, you won't succeed. Seventh one. The sentence in your books is, you must be careful, full stop. If you are not, comma, you will lose your job. So the answer will be, if you are careless, comma, you will lose your job. You can write it using unless also. Unless you are careless, you will not lose your job. Unless you are careless, comma, don't forget the comma. Unless you are careless, comma, you will not lose your job. So we have done it both ways using unless and if. The eighth one, they better not cheat. They will be blacklisted. This was the sentence in your books. Now I have done it using if. If they cheat, comma, they will be blacklisted, right? You can rewrite it using unless also. Unless they cheat, comma, they will not be blacklisted. So with this, we come to this, come to the end of this exercise given on page 117. Now moving ahead to the next exercise. That is on page 125. This is an exercise in phrasal verbs. They have given a help box, right? So there is one slight correction which needs to be done, and that is in this one. It's written run short of. Run short of will not be used. It will be ran short of. See, run short of is correct, but according to the sentence, it will be used in the fourth one, and it'll you cannot use run short of, right? Because the sentence is in the past tense. So you will write ran short of. Okay, so please do make this correction in your books. Now, starting with the first sentence, the truck ran into the moving train. This is the exercise on page 125. So the first one is, the truck ran into the moving train. The second one, the babysitter ran after the toddler. Third one, I will run through the class notes before the examination. Fourth one, you could not complete the building because we ran short of money. We could not complete the building because we ran short of money. Fifth one, she looks run down because of her illness. Sixth one, the old woman was run over by a speeding bus. Seventh one, their servant ran off with, OFF off, ran off with all their money. Eighth one, Peter ran for class president but lost by 1 vote. Moving ahead to the assignment 2 given on the same page, that is page 125. Again, a help box has been given to help you. So starting with the first one, the new branch was set up in 2010. Second one, the rain has set in early this year. Third one, some seats are set apart for the meritorious students. Fourth one, the unhygienic conditions are a setback for the speedy recovery of the patients. Fifth one, I set aside my pocket money this month to buy a watch. Sixth one, when did you set out for the picnic? Moving ahead to the next exercise, that is given on page 126. Rewrite the following sentences correctly. There are some, this exercise deals with some common errors in the use of prepositions, right? I have underlined the mistake, right? Where the mistake was and what will be the correct preposition which you will use. The first one is, we stood under the shade of a tree. We stood in the shade of a tree. You don't write under the shade. You stand under a tree, but you cannot stand under the shade of a tree, right? So instead of under, you will use in, right? This under will be incorrect, and instead of under, this under will be incorrect. You will use in instead of this under, right? The second one, the teacher has entrusted his work upon me. The correct sentence would be, the teacher has entrusted his work to me, not upon me, to me, right? Instead of upon, it will be to. The third one, this shirt is superior than the shirt we saw in the last shop. With superior, we don't use than, so than is incorrect. Instead of than, you will write to. The shirt is superior to the shirt we saw in the last shop. Full stop. So it will be to instead of than. Happiness consists of contentment with one's lot. So happiness consists in, not consists of. It will be consists in contentment with one's lot. Fifth one, beside having a son by his second wife, he has a daughter by his first wife. So it's instead of beside, it will be besides. Besides a son, not having a son, having will also be incorrect. Besides a son by his second wife, he has a daughter by his first wife. The peon is standing besides his officer. This the error is very obvious. Instead of besides, it will be beside. The peon is standing beside his officer. The seventh one, he died from cancer. So instead of from, it will be of cancer. He died of cancer. The eighth one, the committee consists in 7 members. So instead of in, it will be of. The committee consists of 7 members. Moving ahead to the next exercise. Now it is question 3 of the specimen paper 8 on page 128. So we'll start with the transformation, that is part A of question 3. The first sentence is, There are few birds left around the house. There are hardly any birds around the house. You can write left also. Left, there are hardly any birds left around the house. I just missed left, right? So you can write left here. There are hardly any birds left around the house. I would prefer to walk to school than go there by car. The answer is, I would rather walk to school than go there by car. Full stop. I would rather walk to school than go there by car. Third one. Jayasuriya is the most aggressive player that Sri Lanka has ever produced. No other player in Sri Lanka is as aggressive as Jayasuriya. No other player in Sri Lanka is as aggressive as Jayasuriya has ever produced. So you can also write it as no other player as aggressive as Jayasuriya has ever been produced by Sri Lanka. The weather was very bad, comma, and we could not go out. The answer will be, the weather was so bad that we could not go out. Full stop. You can write it this one. No other player. No other player that Sri Lanka has ever produced is as aggressive as Jayasuriya, right? The rest of the sentence will be the same. You can write it like this also. Okay. So no other player that Sri Lanka has ever produced is as aggressive as Jayasuriya. That will also be the correct option, perhaps a better one, right? Moving ahead to the fourth one. The weather was very bad and we could not go out. The weather was so bad that we could not go out. Full stop. Fifth one. Don't talk so loudly, Rakesh. You will wake up everyone in the house, he said. He told Rakesh not to talk so loudly, otherwise he would wake up everyone in the house. Full stop. Told Rakesh not to talk so loudly, otherwise he would wake up everyone in the house. Moving ahead to part B, fill in each blank with a suitable word. The first one, I was taken aback when I heard about his sudden death. Second one, the teacher was so fast that I could not take down his lecture. Third one, their misunderstanding is the cause of this trouble, OF off. Fourth one, you gave me no cause for anxiety. Fifth one, this job roughly corresponds to the post of a lecturer. Sixth, does this correspond with your specification? Seventh, the doctor was called in when my uncle became unconscious. Eighth one, the situation called for prompt action. Ninth one, please put out the fire. 10th one, I can no longer put up with his flattery. Now part C, fill in the blanks in the passage given below with the appropriate form of verb given in brackets. Do not write the passage, but write the verbs in the correct order. So I'll read the passage and give you the answers. Henry Ford hired. The answer to the first blank is hired. an efficiency expert. To go. The answer to the second blank is to go through his plant. He said, find the non-productive people. Tell me who they are and I will fire them. The answer to the third blank will be will fire. The expert made. The answer to the fourth blank will be made the rounds with his clipboard in hand and finally returned to Henry Ford's office with his report. I have found a problem with one of your administrators, he said. Every time I walked by, the answer to the fifth blank will be walked. He was sitting with his feet propped. The answer to the sixth blank will be propped up on the desk. The man never did a thing. The answer to the seventh blank will be did. I definitely think you should consider getting rid of him. The answer to the eighth blank is getting rid. When Henry Ford learned, the answer to the ninth blank will be learned. The name of the man the expert was referring to, Ford shook his head and said, I can't fire him. I pay that man for doing nothing but thinking. The answer to the 10th blank will be doing, but thinking, and that's what he is doing. With this, we come to the end of this unit. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.